Hello, people. We got an FPL show coming to you. The king is back. He was back in his native land, Gambia,
Yes, I'm back.
picking up viruses left and right.
Yeah.
Coming back to gray land of UK, and he's sick already.
Yes,
And
it's too cold for me.
yeah, how was the trip, man? Like, seemed pretty
Uh,
awesome from the pictures and clips you were showing.
the trip was amazing. Gambia is a beautiful country,
It
lots
seems
of
like it. It looks
activities.
like obviously I'm more used to North American things and all that, but it seems like it looks like Mexico almost to me.
Yeah, yeah, it's like an island. So,
So
we got beaches everywhere, palm trees, coconut trees. So it's
lovely.
beautiful.
Yeah, Africa's got to make more of their countries, like not just people coming back or relatives, but like a whole tourist type thing. It could really
Yes.
grow. It really help the economies.
Yeah, it could. I think a lot of people are unaware how beautiful the continent
It
is.
just must be expensive, obviously, over this side of the world to go to Africa, but I know Europe and UK, it's cheap flying around, but maybe it's a lot
Yeah,
more going down to Africa, probably.
yeah. But it's
Might
quite
not be
popular.
too bad.
It's quite a lot of people travel from uh,
Like me,
UK.
I spent 2,000 Canadian to
Yeah,
be, 1,000 maybe pounds to go over to England. What would it be to go to Africa? Or it depends where.
you would probably spend something similar on the flight ticket.
Yeah, okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
Europe and UK, it's super cheap, like us going to USA, but
yeah,
every time you got to go any farther, place that's not popular, it's way more, isn't it?
yeah. How's everyone doing? How's the chat? I hope
Well,
you're all well.
we got Irish Kevin, the Rebel. We got Munsey.
Oh, good stuff,
He's now
good stuff.
sports capital, Munsey. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. So I'm gonna share some stuff with you guys in regards to FPL. Let me just
Is that
share
Nippon?
this.
Yeah, Nippon's in the house.
Big up
Happy
Nippon.
birthday, Nippon. Hope you had a good one yesterday.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy your birthday, mate.
So FPL, has it been killing everyone like it's been killing me? Man, people like Trev, Creambone, as we know him, he's flown up
Yeah,
to like first place in a few leagues.
Greenbaum is silently having a very good season in
Oh,
FPL.
and then I was panicking because I just keep slipping and slipping. And then I had so many Arsenal Man City players. I panicked and I did my midweek and did the whole wild card for this first half of the year. And
Yeah,
man, it wasn't even worth it because there wasn't that many goals. And I hear you in my
right.
mind, King, because Sunday night I was trying to do it all because I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, it's coming Tuesday. I got to do this.
yeah,
I have way too many players out. I gotta hit the wild card. So I had
yeah,
this whole team ready, and I was thinking about it, and I must have went to bed and not hit the switch. And I'm like, oh, now the points have reset Monday, and I'm looking. I couldn't do the same changes I was gonna, or same everything I was gonna do. And I had Almiron. I had instead of Rashford, I had who scored for Almiron, and who was the other? Oh, Eze on Crystal Palace. They both score, and I changed it to Pereira and who was on Rashford, and he
yeah.
was getting all kinds of chances for Man U, but no goals.
Rush. Yeah, he should have scored like
I
two or
blew
three
it.
goals.
I did my whole
100%.
wild card and not many goals, and I blew it. Mitrovic got me a pen, I guess.
Yeah,
Big
I
up
guess.
to you, Nippon.
Yes. So, guys, you can see here the strikers that are predicted to get the most points in the next 4 game weeks up until the World Cup. Obviously, at top is Erling Haaland.
Where are you getting
Second,
this game? Is that what Nippon's asking? Where are you finding these where there's top? Or is that just something you did?
which one?
Like where you're getting the top strikers predicted?
Oh, I get it from
From you did,
fantasy.
or is it from a
It's
special
from
site?
it's from a special site, Fantasy Football Hub. They're
There you go.
very good.
There you go, people out there. Something to check out as well.
Yes, so you can see Haaland is predicted to score most points in the next 4 game week. Then after Haaland, you got Harry Kane, Gabriel Jesus, and Calvert Lewin actually, which can
Yeah,
be
I
a
picked him up
surprise.
in the draft league. I figure maybe he'll start going because I've had some injuries like Isaac and such.
Yeah, they got some good fixtures coming up. Everton, they got Crystal
Yeah.
Palace, Fulham, Leicester, Bournemouth.
And
So
if he's finally ready to go, I mean, someone's got to score for Everton. So
yeah, exactly. Someone's got to score for them. So he could be a good differential if you're brave enough. And when it comes to midfielders,
what's he costing like DCL?
what?
I could see that.
Yeah.
Striker.
And when it comes to midfielders, Mohamed Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Son, Foden, Martinelli, and Bernardo Silva are the midfielders that are predicted to score most points up until the World Cup break, and Saka as well. And then just under Saka, you got Saha. I would say if you're making transfer this week, I would definitely prioritize to try and get a Foden or Saka in, because I do think that Foden is the highest scoring midfielder this season, and he is much cheaper than De Bruyne and Mohamed Salah. So if you have him and Saka, you don't really need. You
That
might not even need De
seven
Bruyne.
point nine is what DCL costs, and yeah, Foden much cheaper than KDB. But on my
Yeah,
wild card, I went and got Salah back and capped him, and it worked just like it did at the start of the year. I got nothing.
yeah. I know.
Made the mistake 3 times now.
It's called insanity when you keep doing the same thing and
Yeah,
expect.
and man, he looked so good. He ripped Rangers apart, and then he scored a nice goal. I was like, okay, he's back.
Yeah,
But people
I
are
had
shutting him down.
I
I
did
think a
the
lot
same
of teams
mistake.
have figured him out.
Yeah, it seems like it. And when
Firmino's
it,
had a good year. He's much cheaper, but he's a
yeah,
forward.
yeah,
Nunez says 75%
yeah.
with Liverpool
Nunes
playing
and
West
Firmino
Ham.
could be good differentials.
Or not? No,
If
not. Who's Liverpool got? Forest, right? Yeah, Forest. In early
yeah,
in the morning tomorrow.
yep. And then we got for defenders, we got Cancelo, Trent, Stones, Diaz, Doherty, Ake, Akanji,
Oh,
Van
they love
Dijk,
Man City, don't they?
Cresswell. Yeah, Saliba. I think they predict that Man City is gonna keep a lot of clean sheet because they're playing Brighton, Leicester, Fulham, and Brentford. So they might get 3 or 4 clean sheets, which
Yeah,
will give.
start getting questions in there,
Mm,
advice, what you got, what you think's a good deal, maybe who we got
yeah,
as captain. We got up on as a poll on FOOTMOSS Sports Talk. We're also on, of course, King's Football Show and FTSN Full-Time Sports Network, who have some FPL shows as well, and we're partnered with as well. But yeah, hit the likes on all three, and
yes.
share, subscribe, whatever. But yeah, I mean, throw some questions out there, or if you need some advice. But yeah, I think everyone's needing advice. We've been off here too long, I think, and we all been struggling a bit. And King's always got good advice, good questions. He's analyzed this league and this fantasy app pretty well over the last few years.
Yeah, guys. So I do think that the value in transfers right now are in midfield. So your Saha, your Foden, your Saka, they're doing very well, scoring a lot of goals. Creating a lot of
Holland is
fun.
leading our votes right now for most captained or who to
Yeah,
captain this week.
yeah. I mean, it's very hard to go against Haaland because he can always score a hat trick.
Yeah, you
You
just
know,
never know when it's gonna
he doesn't even need a full 45 minutes. He can score a hat trick in 15 minutes. So it's like it's so hard to go against him.
like that
And
Rangers game. Salah, it was like 6 7 minutes, 3 goals.
yeah, because they're just that good, and he's been doing it the whole season. Like 1 or 2 blanks here and there doesn't change the fact that he's been a monster this season. So I would definitely captain Haaland, and I would probably put my wise captain on Foden. He's just turned things up this season, and I do think Brighton has not impressed me with the new manager. They seem to be struggling still.
They're
They're not
doing pretty good, but you saw
they're
when
not
they first
scoring
played
any goals.
Liverpool's first game, man, they were all
That
over
was
them. They
Potter,
had
but that was with Potter still.
no.
First game.
When it's Zerbi or whatever, however you say his name, Potter went to Chelsea and Brighton went all over Liverpool. They could have had like 4 or 5 goals, and they tied 3-3 that match. And then they were unlucky not to score and get any against what was it, Brentford there.
Yeah. But lately they haven't been winning. I don't think they've won under the new manager.
Yeah, they drew and lost. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
we
feel
got
like
them
they
coming up, so hopefully they do struggle.
yeah, yeah. No, I think that
Terrible.
it's a new manager, a new project, so it's gonna take a bit time before they get used to his style of football because he is a good manager. He's just
He
he's
seems to
struggling.
slightly go more offensive too, don't you think? He had Welbeck, Trossard, all of them
Yeah, he's
going.
trying himself. He's trying around with different formation, different players. Um, but they're just not clinical at the moment, Brighton.
Yeah,
Uh,
they got a big
uh,
game versus City, obviously. So
yeah,
he better
and
get his
they
defense right, or it could be damaged.
yeah,
That'll be on
100%.
our goal rush tomorrow. There's Everton, Palace, and City and Brighton.
1 second, I just ordered something here.
Yeah, and after that's the big Chelsea Man U game. It's hard to in the big matches. Do you go with you keep your same players in FPL, or are they better against a better team? There's not going to be as many goals. Are they going to mark each other up, or Chelsea Man U, is it going to explode to a 2-2, and you keep all your players in there on those teams? Anyways, I used my wild card finally, like I said, for the midweek. It was a bit of a disaster. Got enough points to go up a little bit, but not enough when you want to use your wild card. It was a bit of a waste. Um, but when you had 3 players each, Man City, Arsenal, I kind of had to do it. But I kept what I was thinking, and I told King ahead of time, was I kept 2 each, Arsenal, Man City, all on my bench. So it was hard to make a super awesome team for the midweek. And I was trying to find, Almira, Rashford, where can I go where I can get some goals out of midfield? Tried Solanke because he looked like he was hot up front and cheap, and he didn't get any goal or assist or anything, of course, when I put him in. But yeah, the Brits will be waking up tomorrow, seeing our FPL show tomorrow as well. And so, yeah, in the comments, don't be scared to ask us, King or me. We'll always get back to you with some advice. Oh, King's off. He's on the phone. Muted. I'll just remove there. But yeah, throw some questions. He's gonna have some stats and stuff coming up here. The King's football show, Fulltime Sports Network, and FOOTMOSS Sports Talk. Like I said, we'll have Goal Rush tomorrow, Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff times for UK. It's 8 a.m. over here. But Forest, Liverpool, kick it off. Do you go with one of those many Forest new strikers? Do you take a chance with one of them? Do I keep Lion? That's what I'll do. I can share my screen as well. Maybe not. Share screen. I got my FPL team up here as well. Fantasy football share. I think you can see that now. Yeah, I got to make it a little better. I don't know what to do. I got Ramsdale back in my team. I got Saliba. I'm going for shutouts, I guess. I kept Holland and Cancelo in there. I'd like to get another one back in for Man City, but kept on Salah, so it's hard. I don't want to do too many -4s to try and make it work. I'm hoping Rashford, maybe I picked him one match day too early. He was getting lots of chances. Martial is out for Man U, I believe, still. Ronaldo's on the under 21s. Twice their age, but he's on the under 21. I'm keeping Zaha. He was producing. The Bournemouth guys probably will be on my bench and gradually phase out. But I got some stud defense there as you're seeing. Saliba, TAA, Kinsella, Trippier. I think Newcastle's got a good shot at getting some goals against Conte in the Tottenham Hotspurs. What are your thoughts? Who do you got on your D? Hopefully we can get some clean sheet shutout points there. Andreas and Mitrovic, I'm hoping on Fulham can keep it going. Mitrovic takes the pens. What were your thoughts on Jesus, Mrs. Alicia Lehman, Douglas Louise, headbutting Mitrovic, and surely got Gerard the nail in the coffin during the week here. And he's fired, and maybe a new coach bounce for Villa this weekend. I'm not sure. Give me your thoughts where you might see some goals this weekend. Who you banking on? It's Aston Villa, Brentford, of course, Leeds, Fulham. The goal rush Sunday morning, perhaps we'll do, but I know there'll be a lot of Southampton Arsenal watch-alongs going on, maybe T-Talks and more. Tottenham Newcastle's the later game Sunday. Could be some goals in that, but even though Conte sits back, I fancy Newcastle getting a goal or two, and Tottenham probably will too. Villa Brentford, maybe some goals, or does the interim manager just sit back? It's hard to say. Black and Blanco in the house. What's up, Black and Blanco? He's doing good in the draft league. I had to beat him, and then I missed the timings of changing my teams in the draft league. Oh yeah, it's been tough selections. And do you go -4s? What do you do? Black and Blanco, I agree. Oh, King's back. I think he ordered some late night vittles. Some food, perhaps. Oh, some pizza tonight. Friday is pizza night, except I'm going to my mom and dad's because my niece is in town before she heads back to British Columbia. So we'll see her before she heads back.
Anyone want some?
Some good British pizza. I had it once, and I was like, oh my God, they don't have pizza ovens or something properly over there. But anyways, I shared my team and screen there on the screen there. I got stud defenseman King.
Oh, you got Jefferson Lerma in your team.
I had Lerma and Solanke. I was hoping for some Bournemouth goals midweek. It didn't happen. But yeah, I might have to phase those guys out here gradually. And
especially Lerma.
My thing was Rashford and Pereira. I had, like I was saying, I had Almiron and I forget who did I say before, and Eze, and they got goals.
Yeah.
And I padded because I had to do it Tuesday morning because it didn't work Monday. And the points changed and I couldn't do it by like 0.1 or 2, and it totally screwed up what I was planning Sunday night there. And anyways, Mitrovic at least got me a goal, but man, I was hoping for so much more and put Salah back in my team. I should have maybe just downgraded, kept the money, so now I'm ready to replace with Foden or even KDB if I would have had enough money. But I'll unshare my screen now because I know you want some stuff to show as well.
Yeah. Let me. I'm just gonna quickly share my screen.
Oh, but yeah, if we're still talking about my team, I was gonna ask you, King, for my advice since we're not getting.
Can you afford Foden or Saka in your team?
Yeah, here I was gonna show you what I can kind of afford and what I was thinking. Maybe I'll show.
Yeah. You do that first before I show my team.
It was I can't quite afford enough like that, but can you see it pretty good? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I was thinking, it's I don't want to use my -4s because that was the whole plan of wild carding for the midweek there. But still, with Lerma, with Rashford at mid, I could switch to Martinelli, Odegaard, because I got 2 Arsenals, not my usual 3. Rodrigo or Sinistera. I like all of those guys.
Yeah, and how much money do you have in the bank?
Just a 0.2 or something.
Okay, so
Rashford, I could go Martinelli, Odegaard,
But
Rodrigo
Rashford have
or
a very good record against Chelsea.
But I'm thinking of keeping Rashford, and then if I ace Lerma, who's only 4.9, I could go Xhaka, who King at the start of the year was starting to say, I think Xhaka is becoming an
FPL
FPL
asset.
option, and he's proved you right, King.
Yeah,
Lately.
yeah,
I mean, not in the English league yesterday, but he got another goal. I could go
yeah.
Xhaka, Casado, or Dewsbury Hall, who I've had in my team before.
I would
For
definitely
Lerma.
go. I would definitely go Granit Xhaka. I
So go
think.
Xhaka. So
Yeah,
you'd say keep Rashford, go Xhaka.
yeah,
Or if I went at striker to replace Solanke, I could only do Alvarez and hope he comes on or starts with Holland and comes in, or Embuemo or Daka, who I kind of like. But you think Xhaka and Xhaka and Rashford will do better than making a change at striker? Because then you got to go change your formation. Do I go 3 strikers or
because Alvarez doesn't play a lot right now in the
yeah, it would
league.
have to be Embuemo or Daka, and I think I
Yeah,
like what you're saying, Xhaka and Rashford, and keep Solanke on my bench maybe.
yeah,
Because my
yes. I think.
my D is really good, eh?
Yeah, your team is
And I
good.
got Ramsdale. I just got to hope for a shutout in Southampton, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's
Yes.
good. I think you helped make my decisions there, and I'll take my screen off now.
Yeah. But BNB, just so you know, Saka should be fine. Arteta said he should be fine for the game.
Martinelli was just an illness, and he even came on and played, and
Yeah.
was pretty good when him and Odegaard got on there, and we kind of turned it up, ramped it up there yesterday. What were your thoughts on the game yesterday before you get under your stats and screen?
I feel like we played good. We weren't just clinical. I
Yeah,
think we
like
deserved
Eddie
to
had
win.
5 or 6 shots or something when I rewatched it.
Yeah, we did. Jesus should have scored a couple. Uh, Eddie could have scored. Even Saka had that chance where he should have scored probably. So yeah, I think we deserved to win. Could have win with a
Oh yeah,
2-3
sure.
nil. Would have been more reflective of the game. But we just 1 point away from being group winners. So
Yeah, it's things are golden in Arsenalville these days with our women dominating.
yeah,
Beat Lyon 5-1 in the Champions League. Unbelievable. They're doing good in the Super League.
yeah,
Under 21s are performing and getting called up to our team on the bench. And we're top of the table and looks like we'll win our group. I mean, we could draw or lose even in PSV, really, right?
yeah, we can. We could lose and we'll still
What's
lead
with
the team.
PSV? What will they need to make sure Bodo doesn't catch them?
I think they need. Who are they playing the last game? They playing Bodo last game, so they need to beat them.
It could come down to that, yeah.
Yeah, it could come down to that.
Do
I
we
think they
play them first or Zurich?
we play them first.
Yeah.
We play them this next week
Zurich
on
sure hasn't
Thursday.
been very good, have they?
No, so it's been a disappointment. They've been a disappointment. They have, but yeah,
Scores on the bottom, yeah.
yeah. So this
Oh,
is
Errol in the house. Big up to you, Errol.
yeah. Big up
From
Errol.
FPSN and the
Always.
Man United agenda.
Yeah. So this is my team, guys. I got Kepa in goal. He's had 3 straight clean sheets for me, so it's been good. Got Cucurella,
Oh, you
Trippier.
really went that way, and it panned out. Same with
Yeah,
people. I heard people taking chances on the Leicester guy,
yeah, Ward.
Ward, and he's had like
Yeah,
13 feet. It's unbelievable where you can get some advantages, eh? Because so many, fantasy guys have the same kind of teams, like last
yeah,
year.
yeah, exactly. So
Oh, you
midfield,
went Solanke too, or is that just now you're going
no,
Solanke?
I've had him for a while, so he scored
Oh, so you
goals for
did
me.
have some benefits out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I got them goals that I wanted. So I got Salah, Foden, Saka, Martinelli.
Probably
But the
make a little
captain
bit of
ban
money.
is gonna be on Haaland, not on Foden, and Mitrovic and Solanke. And I got Pereira ready on the bench if he needs
Oh
to
yeah,
be
I got
played.
him too. We're thinking alike.
So yeah, I'm
So
quite
yeah,
happy with my
what
team.
about you'd probably make some money on Solanke now. A little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, I'll make a little bit money on him
Oh, and you
when.
went Salah too. You brought him back. Thought he was turning the corner too. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing
Oh no,
Forest.
they
I
play
plan keeping
Forest.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot can happen. A lot can happen, guys. But
What
yeah,
do you think? What do you think the best three up top for Liverpool is now that Diaz is done, Jota's done? How do you think
I
they should
think
play that?
I think they should play Nunez, Firmino up top, and Salah and Carvalho on the wing,
That's what.
or
Yeah,
Elliot. Yeah,
yeah. That's what they've been kind of doing, and Salah's having to come back a little more. Hey,
yeah.
play in the mid
And
a little.
and 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 Firmino's been good for them. Nunes is starting to scoring goals, so
Yeah, he's 75%. By the way, to starting they have on this FPL thing for everybody. I
yeah.
don't
If
know
you
what
have
I
him, I
don't know
would
what
start
his
him.
knock is, but I would think he's all right. And we still, yeah, Black and Blanco mentions Zinchenko. I obviously finally took him out of my team with the wild card, but man, he was looking so good when we were cruising, and there's just no info on when he's
Yeah,
truly going
yeah.
to be back ever.
Arteta keep on saying he's in contention to play.
And he always met. It's so hard to do FPL with our own Arsenal
Yeah,
Arteta.
yeah. Uh,
I would
it is.
imagine we'll be back to our lineup. I would think
Yeah, so
either
guys,
Tommy or KT on the left back. I'm sure White, Saliba, and Gabriel are starting. By the way, Gabriel, new contract signing. Hey,
yeah,
now we can
Gabriel is
see.
also a good option if you need a defender.
Yeah,
He Arsenal got some good games. Gabriel is good in the air, so it's like if you need a defender, I would definitely look at Gabriel. I would look at Man City defenders. If you if you need attacking options, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool.
who is hurt at Man City's D? Because I know Laporte finally made a return.
Yeah,
How is Diaz out?
I think Diaz is back as well. Diaz is back.
It's
So
hard to decide who will actually play because Akanji's done good there. I don't think Aki's done that good, but they play him.
yeah, I know. I'll probably go for Cancelo and Diaz.
If you need another, yeah, Diaz or
Yeah, if you need
Laporte. But
another, but I would go for
I don't
Cancelo
think
and
you
then
can
I'll
trust
go.
Aki being in the lineup
Yeah, I would just go for
anymore.
one defender, one midfielder, and one striker. I
Yeah,
think that you get the most.
that's what I'm trying to get back to. I'll get Odegaard or Martinelli or Saka back.
Yeah, it
in
must
the
have hurt you
eventually.
to sell Odegaard, didn't it?
Yeah, I almost want him back though. I think he's going to be assisting and hopefully not hockey assisting. He's always the second assister.
Yeah, I know, I know.
He gets no points for that and nothing.
No, but he's so good, Odegaard.
He
He's
really
such.
makes things tick. Like he up tempos it. You can see Vieira was doing a fine job, but that's
Yeah,
why me and Bobby have been saying it all year. Well, if Saka needs a rest, play Vieira there, and then let's see Odegaard and him make it tick. Not both in midfield and stuff like they've tried so far.
yeah. But I think Saka is in such a good form. They
Yeah, it's
probably.
hard not to ever play him if he's ready.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If he needs a
yeah. I
rest,
know.
the
No.
second half, and they even
Yeah,
have a question mark yellow on Saka this week,
yeah.
but I'm sure
Exactly.
he'll play.
Yeah,
Martinelli has no flag warnings on him now.
yeah. He's fine. I'm looking forward to the game. Yeah,
Yeah,
Newcastle
we,
defenders
we
been
owe
smashing it.
Southampton a beating, man, for that last year when we blew it to them in Brighton.
Yeah, as you can see, BNB, I got Trippier in my team, so Newcastle players been doing well.
What do it leads Fulham this week? Who's Leicester
Yeah,
got? Wolves, Leicester. Leicester's
yeah,
starting to produce some goals. I wouldn't
yeah,
shout
yeah.
them.
I had Harvey Barnes.
Oh no
He
way!
Yeah, but I sold him now for Foden, so I was happy. He got
It's
me
a
a
bit of
goal.
an upgrade, yeah. But yeah, he was fouled and he got a goal. Yeah, he did good.
Yeah, he could have had 2 goals if it wasn't for Kosh.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, don't be scared of the Leeds Fulham game. I think there might be some goals in that one.
yeah,
Wolves Leicester, who knows? Spurs Newcastle, I think there's going to be some goals, folks.
yes,
And then
yes,
West Ham Bournemouth is on the Monday.
yes,
But
yes.
it's hard to like he never starts Scamacca and Antonio together. So
No, which
I don't
is a
know
bit
if anyone I would
surprising.
go Bowen if people are looking for someone to get, but it's so hard to play that guessing game, don't you think, with Scamacca and Antonio?
It is hard. I do think Bowen is a good option.
Yeah.
He find his form now. West Ham is playing better. They're winning games, so why
Thoughts
not?
on the Gerrard firing? Do you think
Well,
Villa
this
have a chance versus
most
Brentford?
I've been telling you for ages that
I
I
know, I
don't
didn't
rate him.
believe it.
You didn't want to believe it, but he's. I think Gerard should have stayed at Rangers.
Yeah, and
I
someone made
even
a good
said,
point this week on that guy that's ripping it up for QPR and
yeah,
Wolves,
yeah,
and he denied it.
his
Maybe he was
assistant
the key
manager
to
was the
Gerard being
brains.
so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It seems to be that he was the brains, and
He
Gerard
was
was
the
just the
guys
aura
working
man.
them, getting them the formation. No, maybe not do it picking the players, but getting them to play the style they needed to play.
Yeah, he wanted to bring him to Villa, but he didn't want to go. He wanted to do his own thing,
But
and he might get the Villa job now.
I was kind of an old school QPR fan from long ago,
Yeah,
I've been so impressed that Chris Willick on QPR. He's from midfield. He's scoring all the time, and I just like the way they've been playing. Every time I've caught them or saw highlights, I've been really impressed with that coach. What's his name? Michael Beale.
yeah, yeah. It's him.
Is
It's
that
him.
it?
It
And yeah,
seems
and
to
he
be.
turned down the Wolves. That's probably a good call because who knows? QPR might be up.
Yeah,
Wolves
they
might
might
be
be up.
down.
They might be down. So
It could have been a horrible move if he went.
yeah, but it's time. It's been a while since Cooper was in Premier League.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
And that championship, it's so close. You can't even think who are the favorites, really.
No, no, it's
So
really tight
it's so tight. What
because
about my
so many.
Zaha? I've had him in the last couple weeks. He's done some business for me.
Yes, is good.
I thought
If
you
you have him, I'll keep him. He got some good fixtures as well coming up. So,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I wouldn't sell him. Let's see. Let me search for Saha. He,
You have Cucurella.
yeah, you see Saha. He got Everton, Southampton, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and
Even
then when
West
he comes
Ham away
back
is not bad.
from the World Cup, it's still Fulham and Bournemouth. So I would keep him probably up until here,
I'm gonna ride
and
with him
then sell him when they're playing Tottenham, Chelsea, Newcastle, Man
the
United.
new year.
Yeah,
Just take that off again. I was looking at all your D. Veltman, Cucurella.
yeah,
Oh, you got Trippier too, like me.
yeah,
He's just it's maybe he doesn't rip it up one week but you can't. It's one of those guys you want to maybe stick with because he takes all the corners, he takes all the
yeah,
free kicks, he's a
yeah,
great crosser. Like you never
yeah,
know when he might have a quite big outburst, and they've been getting
exactly.
shutouts like Black and Blancos mentioned it.
Yeah,
Botman and what's that, Shar, like they're
sure,
getting
yeah,
good points because they're getting shutouts. They're
yeah,
not enough people are talking about Newcastle. I said at the start of the year they're going to be pushing for 6. Like
yeah,
they
yeah,
literally made smart moves and they got a good coach. And it's
yeah,
too bad Isak's out, but Callum Wilson's doing the business. St.
yeah,
Max is in and out.
yeah. Almiron has finally shown why.
MLS
Yeah,
superstar.
yeah. That's
MLS
true. It's true.
MLS playoffs Sunday night could be
Yeah,
good.
but yeah,
LAFC.
um,
What else
should we
did you
end
want
it?
to throw on overlays or whatnot on possible good places
I think we can leave it. Maybe we'll do a stream on Sunday
after? Oh yeah, or
uh,
Monday. My
or
Monday
Monday.
after, during the game or right at the end of the game, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
right
something
before
like
the game, even it doesn't hurt.
yeah. I think I'm gonna go and have a sleep now.
Yeah, you need some pizza, some neocitrin, some good night
Yeah,
medicine, and you'll probably wake up a lot better. But Forest Liverpool's early, and then Goal Rush. If you or anyone wants to join from our network or not, don't be shy. Join FOOTMOSS or FTSN. We'll have the Goal Rush tomorrow at or if King wants me to put it on his channel too. Yeah.
yeah,
We'll have Goal Rush Man City game and the Everton Palace. I think the Everton Palace might. Although, no. Prem World, they're going to choose Man City, aren't they, as the featured match? Almost
Yeah,
always.
they are. They are. There wasn't that many games tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Well, I know, like you've seen
Where
the
it's
last
so
3 weeks,
weird.
they are
Yeah,
minimizing the Saturday usual 3 p.m. kickoffs. Have
yeah,
been 2 or 3 games all the time. And then
yeah,
Sunday, they're packing them at 2 p.m., but UK only shows one of them. So,
yeah. It's weird.
man, they need a new TV deal package over in the UK because we get all of them, of course, over here.
I know.
But man, they're missing out on money. And if they're gonna put them on Sundays, we'll show them all. You know?
Yeah, I know. What's the point? And why
Yeah.
show them all at the
If you're
same
gonna
time?
ace and not make Saturday important anymore, then show them all on Sunday. Is
Yeah,
my thinking.
it's weird.
Anyways, our poll, if anyone was interested on who to captain this week, Holland is a huge favorite. TAA got no votes. Maybe I shouldn't have put that one in there. But Jesus and Salah got a vote each, it looks like, or two. Any thoughts on our lineup versus Southampton? Do you think anything out of the ordinary, or
I think he will
Jesus
continue.
crashing it, or what?
I think he continue play the same 11 unless someone is not. Unless someone is injured.
Yeah, you think he'll go Tommy back to left back, or
I
stay
think
with JT?
I think he'll play Tierney left back.
Yeah, I kind of had that feeling too. And then if you need to take anybody out, Tommy's a guy that can fill in with anybody,
Exactly.
on the back line. So, and then, yeah, like we said, it would be nice to know when Zinchenko's getting back because it does make decisions easier, FPL and picking lineups. But yeah, we'll probably go Party, Xhaka, Odegaard, and the usual up top. And Southampton, anyone scare you, or any FPL options there?
I mean, Che Adams is in decent form.
Yeah,
But he never scores consistently. That's the thing. Then
he's
obviously
always in
James,
there for the headers, the corners. There's always an opportunity.
James Ward-Prowse from set pieces can
That's what I
always
was gonna
be.
say. In general, if people are looking, that's like a Trippier. Your James Ward-Prowse taking all the free kicks and corners. You never know
Yeah,
if you're gonna
you
get a
never know.
couple assists or a penalty, from him. So it's always a good shout.
Yeah, yeah. Makes
But yeah,
sense.
I don't know what you predicted, but I had 2-1, but I think it could easily be 1-0 or 2-0.
Mm.
What did you think?
I think I predicted 3-0
Knocked up
Arsenal.
Sunday 3-0. I'd like
Yeah,
that. I'd need a clean sheet.
yeah. I think so. I think so, man. But anyway, thank you very much for this
Yeah,
stream.
we'll do this more often, people, going forward.
Yeah,
Send in questions ahead of time. We'll try and get it out more ahead of time.
yeah,
Full-time Sports Network, King's Football Show.
yeah. Make sure we have the graphics as well next time.
Yeah. I know there's lots of EPL shows, but it's hard to get your advice and your questions into a lot of them. We'll always be available. So if you just want to even put them in comments tomorrow, I know people in the UK will be waking up and maybe checking out our show or seeing it up that it was done tonight in the UK.
Yeah.
So feel free to always ask us questions. We'll look in it. We'll research it. One of us will always get back to you.
Yeah.
But for now, King, do you want to anything to add?
No, it's been great, man. Make sure you like and share to both channels. Make sure you subscribe to both of us and have a lovely weekend. And hopefully Arsenal continues to win.
Yeah, hopefully you get your picks. Hopefully some of your players come through on the FPL and we'll see you next week. We'll see you next week. And
All right.
healthy, King. Get healthy, King.
Thanks, man.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah.